Look and see more of that. The next thing that you can do with this fallacy model is you take these two jars, set them aside. You take this jar, and I say to Matt, guess how many die are in jar 1?
21.
Okay. I'm going to guess 150,000.
Wait, I miss. Talking about dice, right?
Yeah, in the jar.
Okay.
You're saying 21, I'm saying 150,000.
Want to put some money on it?
What this part of the fallacy model demonstrates is that, Matt, do you know how many die are in this jar?
Nope.
Okay. In the theory of the model, neither of us know how many die are in this jar. So does it make sense, since neither of us really know how many die are in this jar, that any quantity guessed is just as valid as any other quantity?
No.
Why not?
Because one of them's just batshit crazy.
All right, but why?
Because of what we do know about dice and that jar, we know that one of the guesses is beyond the possible limits of what could possibly be in there.
Right.
There's
It is
clearly 100 million.
Just because we don't know how many die are in this jar does not mean that every guess is just as valid. Some guesses are completely ridiculous.
Yep.
Because you do know something about jars, and you know something about dice, and as long as you have some parameters in place, it is ridiculous to guess there's 150,000 die in this jar.
I'm gonna possibly get ahead of you.
Go ahead.
Can you grab one of the empty ones?
Sure.
No, not the empty, not that one. The one with the actual Supernatural Transcendent Dice in it.
Here you go.
This has the Supernatural Transcendent Dice in it.
Right.
Guess how many are in this one?
I don't have a clue. Should I take a guess? Do you want me to just wing it?
Guess.
1,050,000.
And I'm going to guess 30. Our guesses are now equally valid.
Right.
Because the information that we would use to make our guess is no longer applicable.
Right.
Because we don't know anything at all about transcendent supernatural dice. There could be 1 million of them in there. And the funny thing is that when the people make these arguments with regard to religion, they take that as a proud defining moment of, I believe there's 1 million transcendent supernatural dice in here, and I also believe that I don't know anything or completely understand those dice. What?
And the guy over here that says that there's only 50, he's not a true believer in the transcendent dice.
Yeah,
he's got that's error.
Iceberg. He looked in and saw 50 and stopped looking.
Right.
I mean, those are the types of arguments you get.
So when you get into something like, I don't know, the beginning, I can tell you how many there are. There's the beginning, universal origins.
I'm going to count them anyway.
And people will say, it's just as reasonable to say a God did it as to say a God did it. It's like, well, we do actually know some things about the universe. In fact, I'm part of the universe, and I know some things about myself. So it's not like nobody knows anything about the universe. You live in it, you work in it, you deal with matter and energy every single day. We do know quite a bit about it. And there's certain things that can be, understood about it that we have a good grasp of, and probably things that are more theoretical, but the fact is it doesn't make any wild guess about universal origins suddenly credible just because you can say, well, nobody really knows what happened before the Big Bang.
Right.
So therefore it could be Zeus. Well, yeah, but there could be 150,000 die in here too.